Hey, what's going on? Welcome to Rev Theory's bus. We are in Des Moines, Iowa, and as you can see, it's pretty snowy out. Winter is definitely here. Come on up. So right now we are up front. This is my position. This is usually where I spend most of my time. Just kidding. I don't drive at all. This is where the man who's in charge of our lives hangs out for, pretty much from 2 in the morning until wherever we get to where we're going. And this is probably the most important seat in the whole entire bus. Like I said, this guy's in charge of our lives, so when we go back to bed, we hope that he's not doing drugs and drinking up here, which we've had the experience of that happening with a couple of our drivers, and not a good experience. So late night, Ricky will actually come up here and hang out because Ricky is an insomniac.
Yeah, I stay up, I bother him, ask him stupid questions, drink too much.
And when I go to bed, he smokes cigarettes out the window, but only when I'm asleep, because that shit doesn't happen when I'm awake. So so this is the front of the bus, and I don't even know what any of this does, but come on, let's go check out the back. All right, so now we're gonna take you to the rest of the bus, and it's 45 square feet of nothing but love and a beautiful palace. So come on in.
Come on in.
Don't blink because you might miss something. As you enter into the bus, this is what we like to call the living area. This is the, I guess, the formal living room.
Hello.
That's Maddie.
How you guys doing?
Maddie's plays bass and backing vocals for our band. So come on in. And as you see when you first come in, right over here, everybody sees the flat screen. And this right here is the essential part of a tour bus, because when you're on the road, you do a whole lot of waiting. We get to a venue and literally we don't do anything until we get on stage, unless we have something like this going on, which is fun. It takes up time. It makes the day move a little bit faster. But if you don't, typically we spend most of our time watching TV, watching movies, or listening to music. So, and it's cool. It has in-motion satellite, so we get all the movie channels. We get Playboy.
NFL package.
We get the NFL package, which is always good for Sundays.
DVR.
And the coolest thing is it has a DVR, so you get to tape everything. So we're pretty well caught up on what's going on in the world.
Very spoiled.
Yeah, very spoiled. Because I don't even have this when I go home, which is pretty sad. But so anyway, and then right here, this is Ricky's most favorite part of the entire bus.
It's where we keep the beers.
Come on. And the beers haven't arrived yet, but there's still some in there.
There's still some.
But as you can see, it's stocked with Miller Lite. We got some Coca-Cola, some Diet Cokes in there, and then of course
You get your Monster.
always got to have the Monster. Always got to have the Monster energy
Don't
drink.
worry about it.
So, and actually, Maddie this summer he created a new shot. It's called the Hulk. And Maddie, what is the Hulk?
The Hulk is the Hitman,
Which is the
mini
shot.
shot monster with
Vodka. Yeah.
And there's also the Matty Mayhem, which I designed. It's Jägermeister, Hitman, and Monster Energy drink to top it off. It goes down real good and smooth, delicious.
Yeah.
Try
You actually see him in motion taking the shot. You see exactly what happens to you in our latest video, Far From Over.
Check it out. Yeah, you can see what happens. I wouldn't recommend doing this all the time. It's probably not good for you, but every now and again it's not bad. So.
We have a lot of doctors. It's all good.
Yeah. So now when you're on a bus, right, and you have however many people, this tour I think we have, how many people, 7 of us living on the bus?
Yeah.
Things get kind of hectic. So everybody has their own stuff and you try to have your own space. So right over here, like you'll see underneath here, there's some drawers, right? So this drawer right here, I can tell just by looking in it.
That's my stuff.
Yeah, this is, it's yours and Jacob's. Because Jacob has the vanilla Cokes and Maddie has the pretzels and the Goleen and brown rice. We're pretty healthy. We try to stay pretty healthy. A lot of people don't realize that with all of the alcohol that is consumed on the road and you're out here for, however many days out of the year, you got to try to keep the body as healthy as possible so that we can give you guys the best show possible.
363,
Balance.
I think.
It's a constant balancing act.
We got these bad boys right here, Atkins bars. That's where it's at. The
Atkins.
That just happened.
Protein, baby. Protein.
So that's Maddie and Jake's straw. Then we'll come down over here and This seems to be a community draw as well. It's got some Diet Cokes in there. Some rope
for, use your imagination.
For
don't worry about it.
Yeah, we won't.
Don't worry about it.
Just in case anybody gets out of line. Got some rope. Then we come down here. We got another drawer, and this is these are basically always just all stocked with food, and it's really important that when you live on the road and you have a bunch of people, you put your initials on stuff. But in Jacob's case, he always puts JS on there, and I just don't care. I eat all this stuff anyway.
He eats it anyway. Like he'll get nuts and write his name on each nut, and Richie will still eat it.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Each individual nut.
Yeah, each individual nut. He spends hours doing it. I'm just
crazy.
like, I don't care. I'm gonna eat it. Now we're gonna move into the kitchen. We got our vodka, sweet tea, and some shot glasses, some more Atkins. Look
Thanks
at that.
to Jaeger.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then sink, which you're really not supposed to drink the water. They tell you don't drink the water on a tour bus. I guess it happens
Pretty good rule
sometimes.
of thumb.
Yeah. And then this is the funniest addition. We've had this bus for quite some time now, and this is new. This lock. And I don't know why he did this.
Apparently we trashed it.
Yeah. So now
Last
he has it.
tour.
So now he has it locked, so that we can't do it again. But all the lock is making me want to do is just open it even more. That's all this lock is making me
We're
want to
getting
do.
in there.
So by the end of the tour, some way, shape, or form, this will not be here anymore. I can promise that. So yeah, so this is the kitchen. More drawers over here. It is flu season, so everybody has been getting sick. And then you got your silverware. These are essential. These are Monster Hitmen. You got your green.
And then you got your sniper.
You got your red.
We shoot these right before we go on stage.
not shoot them, but
Well, yeah, I drink it. And, it really gets you going. Thanks, Monster.
Very festive colors.
yeah, and it is. It's pretty festive. Green and red. Happy holidays.
Merry Christmas.
More plates and bowls. That's pretty much it over here. This is the coolest. This is the coolest thing about a tour bus. This is your garbage chute. So all you do is you take your garbage and you throw it down there, and it just magically disappears. We don't ever have to see it. Ready?
Demonstrate.
How
Gone.
cool is that?
Done.
Don't have to take the garbage out. Although it piles up and then it flows out of here, and then we have to have somebody go out and empty it out. So
Not me. I don't do
not
that.
me. I'm not doing that. So if we keep moving along, we can get into the bathroom, and it's pretty spacious in here. Most people would think like, oh wow, you're on a tour bus. Like, how do you go to the bathroom? It's probably not that big. Au contraire, it's actually really spacious.
Check this out.
Check it out. A little bit of heaven in there, huh?
Just blew your mind. Just blew your mind. I know.
And in the summertime, because there's no plumbing on here, right? So anything that goes in that toilet sits in a tank underneath. It's pretty disgusting. But in the summertime, when you're in there and it's about 100 degrees outside, it smells something sweet in there. So good it smells in there.
It's like a porta potty, but worse. Oh my god. Don't want to get into it.
Yeah, so that's our bathroom. The only good thing about this bathroom is that chicks tend to dig the lights up here because it's I don't know, good lighting for makeup or whatever. So they like that. Go figure. So right over here is our pantry, and this is like a pantry for any household. And again, like I said, when you're on a bus with like 7 dudes, you pretty much know where your spot is, and each level is a different band member. I usually take the top level. Bong takes the second level, and it's usually mixed in with Dave and whoever else. But I don't know if this is necessarily a good thing to have cleaning products mixed with our food. But down here is all the cleaning products.
It's
and
perfect. So the fumes from the
maybe that might explain the headaches,
headaches and the tumor,
dizziness, and whatever. So anyway, yeah. So that's our pantry. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take you down into Bunk Alley, and this is where it all goes down. Pretty much what happens is when you get on the road and you pick your bunk, it doesn't matter from bus to bus. you always keep the same spot. It's just organized, it creates less fighting, whatever, so pretty much everybody always has the same spot. So this tour, there's 12 bunks on this bus, and there's only 7 of us traveling, which means we have what's called junk bunks. Now, junk bunks are pretty, I mean, it's pretty clear what it is. It's a lot of junk in the bunk. This right here, this is where Matty lives, and his bunk is usually his bunk is usually pretty neat and organized. He's a pretty neat and organized guy, so it usually looks pretty good. Check this out. That's his phone. It's the first cell phone ever, and this is his. Nah, he actually broke his phone, and they gave him this loaner. So I thought it was pretty funny because it's like from like 1996. Yeah, it's a Zach Morris phone. Yeah. So this is Matty's bunk. Now, right over here, if you look at this bunk, this looks like a junk bunk. Really does. It's pretty amazing. But this is Ricky's bunk, and the cool thing about this bunk is that he sleeps in this bunk with all of this stuff. So when you get up in the middle of the night and you got to go take a piss and you're walking down bunk alley, literally half of his body is out of the bunk, and you'll get an elbow to the nuts or like a knee to the hip. It's really, really bad. Now my bunk is cluttered with stuff because I just did laundry, and I got some extra pillows in here, but that's my bunk. And like I said, it's really, really comfortable in here. It's really easy to sleep away the day when you're in this cocoon. So that's the bunk area, and it doesn't smell very good through here at times. I'm not even going to try to front. It's 7 dudes sleeping that don't shower every single day. And you can just imagine what it would smell like. Now, we're going to take you into the back lounge. So, this is the back lounge, and as I was saying, this is our sanctuary away from the front. This is kind of where we just kind of hang out, watch TV, and honestly, lately we've been working on a lot of music back here, trying to write new songs for the next record, and this is kind of like just get away from everything. We have movies and video games and everything back here as well. And of course, it's stocked just like the front of the bus. So you got your entertainment center. You have another cooler back here with beers and monsters and whatnot. And then, like I said, when you're on the road, like you have to be kind of unconventional because you don't have a lot of you don't have a dresser for like your clothes or anything. So you got to kind of figure out ways to keep your clothes. So like if you look in this drawer right here, like this is one of my drawers, and it has like a lot of like my gym clothes in it. And then if you go underneath, there's Dave's sneakers, and then in this closet right here are all of our jackets and shirts. And then if you even pan up top to those cabinets up there, we have more clothes folded in there. So it's funny because it's like people are like, how do you remember where all your stuff? And there's really no rhyme to reason. But when you're out here as much as we are, and you just kind of like everybody's got their spot, and that's where everything's kept. So this is the back lounge. Well, we want to thank Digital Tour Bus for coming by and checking us out. It's been a lot of fun, but unfortunately it's time for you to get the hell out of here. We got a show to play, and we got nothing else to do all day, but we just really don't want to hang out anymore. So, let's go. We're out of here.
Let's do these.
Later.
Oh. Holy snap.
Thanks for coming. Stay warm.